The man no one sees. You've seen him before, at the counter, at the door, behind the scenes, always working, always tired, but never seen. He wears a dozen uniforms, answers every bell, fixes what's broken, and no one ever asks if he's okay. In a world bursting with color and chaos, he is the quiet, worn-out constant. Underappreciated, overworked, invisible. Doesn't he remind you of someone? His name is Larry Needlemeyer, and whether you noticed or not, he holds the town together. In most towns, it takes dozens, maybe hundreds of people to keep things running. Elmore, it takes one, Larry Needlemeyer. You might laugh at that, but the Amazing World of Gumball doesn't. Because in Season 2, Episode 17, The Man, we find out something wild. Larry isn't just a worker in Elmore, he's every worker in Elmore. The entire town rests on one man's shoulders. He runs the gas station, the grocery store, the electronics shop. He delivers pizza, sells fast food, repairs computers, scans your books at the library, and even sweeps your school hallway. And when Gumball and Darwin convince him to quit, because of course they do, something terrifying happens. The town collapses. Every store is closed. Every service is down. People are rioting in the streets because Larry, just one man, is missing. And just like that, the joke stops being funny. Because under the laughs and over-the-top animation, the writers of Gumball say something incredibly real. He's the glue holding this town together. The lifeline no one thanks. He doesn't just work jobs, he fills the gaps where everyone else disappears. In The Pizza, Season 3, Episode 31, Larry reaches his breaking point again. All he wants is for people to pay for their food and to not be treated like trash. But Gumball and Darwin, being themselves, push him too far. And this time, Larry doesn't quit. He snaps. He throws the pizza, yells at everyone, and storms out. And for a moment, he's not just a character anymore. He's every exhausted worker who's ever been pushed past their limit. The delivery driver crying in traffic. The cashier wiping away tears in the break room. The janitor eating lunch alone, unnoticed, unheard. And Elmore? It just expects him to come back. Like always. But imagine this. A man who makes your coffee in the morning, delivers your food by lunch, hands you change by evening, and cleans up after you at night. All without being seen. That's Larry. And still, people treat him like he's nothing. They call him slow, grumpy, replaceable. They laugh at his breakdowns. But when he disappears, everything grinds to a halt. Because the truth is simple. You don't notice the foundation until it crumbles. Larry is that foundation. Quiet, tired, stretched thin, but always there. There's something quiet, something heavy, about the way Larry breaks down. No screaming at first, no demands, just silence. The kind that comes after carrying too much for too long. In The Pizza, Season 3, Episode 31, it starts small. A pizza order, wrong address, a complaint. Gumball and Darwin just want free food. And Larry? He just wants respect. A thank you. A little human decency. But instead, he gets blamed, mocked, treated like he's just the delivery guy. And then he breaks. He throws the pizza, he yells, he loses control. But what you're watching isn't just cartoon chaos. It's burnout, raw and unfiltered. Years of pressure, exploding in a moment that feels ridiculous until it doesn't. Because we've all seen it. The meltdown. The moment someone can't take it anymore. The person who was fine 5 minutes ago, suddenly falling apart. And in The Busy, Season 4, Episode 32, we see it again. Larry juggles every job in town. From the pharmacy to the burger joint, to the ice cream shop, the dry cleaner, the electronics store, all within minutes. He's fast, efficient, focused. But behind his eyes, he's not coping. He's surviving, until Gumball and Darwin push him into quitting again, and the system collapses. It's easy to laugh at Larry. He's the classic, overworked cartoon background character. But the way he cracks, that's real. Because even the strongest people have limits, even the ones who carry the weight of the world. Eventually stumble. You can only ignore pain for so long, before it spills over, before the fake smile fades, before the sigh turns into silence, before the breakdown becomes public. He broke, because no one ever stopped to ask if he was okay. Not once, Not the customers. Not the kids. Not the town he keeps running. Larry collapses, and Elmore just keeps demanding more. When Larry quit, no one panicked. Not at first. It was just Larry, right? Just the background guy. He'd be replaced. Someone else would show up. Someone always does. Right? But then the stores didn't open. The deliveries didn't arrive. The registers didn't work. The town stopped. In The Man, Season 2, Episode 17, we watch Elmore unravel in real time. And it's not exaggerated chaos. It's truth dressed in comedy, the kind that makes you laugh, and then sit with the silence afterward. Without Larry, the gas station closes. The supermarket's in ruins. The school is a disaster. The fast food joints? Empty. And the people? Confused. Lost. Angry. Because their lives quietly depended on a man they never even looked at. See, Larry was never special in the flashy, heroic sense. He didn't fly, didn't wear a cape, didn't give speeches or save the world, but he showed up every day, without thanks, without praise, without breaks. And when he left, Elmore finally saw him. Not in his uniform, not at a register, but in everything that stopped working without him. That's the brutal irony of silent sacrifice. We only notice what people do. When they stop doing it, we remember the value of people when it's already too late. Larry didn't disappear to make a point. He disappeared because he was tired, because even foundations crumble when we ignore the cracks. And maybe the real message isn't about Larry at all. Maybe it's about everyone like him, the ones who hold up the parts of our lives we take for granted, the workers, the helpers, the quiet, dependable ones. Larry isn't just a character in the Amazing World of Gumball. He's a reflection, a mirror held up to a world that runs on silent labor, the people who make your life easier without ever being seen. And in times of crisis, like the ones we've lived through recently, we saw the truth, that the most essential people in our lives are the ones we overlook the most. Cashiers, cleaners, teachers, bus drivers, hospital staff, factory workers, the ones who keep things moving while the rest of us slow down. If the world keeps turning, it's because someone like Larry never stopped. So maybe it's time we saw them. Not just noticed, but really saw them. Not just when something goes wrong, but while they're holding it all together. Because Burnout isn't just a cartoon episode, and exhaustion isn't a punchline. It's real, it's daily, and it's happening around us. So the next time you see someone like Larry, look them in the eye, say thank you, ask if they're okay. Because one day, they might not be there, and then, like Elmore, we'll realize too late just how much they held up. In the end, Larry went back to work. No parade, no speech, no applause, just another shift, another mop, another customer who won't look up from their phone. No one said thank you. No one asked how he was doing, because that's not why Larry does it. He doesn't work for recognition. He works because someone has to. And maybe that's the saddest part. The most selfless people in our world are the ones we treat like background noise. But not today. Today we stop. We see the silent hands, the tired backs, the worn shoes, the quiet heroes who make life livable, one unnoticed act at a time. So to every Larry out there, this one's for you. To the invisible hands that keep everything standing, we see you now.